Guys, the channel banner's done. I can rebrand soon. I can rebrand. Yay! Man, I'm supposed to be making a mythical follow-up. What am I doing here? Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video on the second channel. I wanted to talk about my friend MyNameIsDeath real quick because he seems to be stirring the pot on something that seems to be completely unnecessary. This is going to be a rather short video because I don't want to focus too much on this. I have a follow-up on the mythical drama that I'm working on, and I just wanted to take some time to talk about this particular drama because I found it a bit funny. You all know MyNameIsDeath. He has his goofy takes here and there, and he gets flack over it. It's fine, right? Everybody has their stinky takes, but today, this is just different for MyNameIsDeath. His career is really on the line because it turns out his former friend named Celtic Reviews has criticized his video. So how did this all start? You might have seen a community post from Death that I shared and responded to, which he has also responded to as of now, as well as made a video covering the situation. Now, I'm not going to cover the video, but I will talk about it as soon as I'm done providing context. So MyNameIsDeath made a video talking about a video game he ended up liking a lot. The video game in question is Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Now, I guess apparently people hate this game. I don't care to know the full reasonings on why, but I guess the game is bad or something. But Death likes it, so props to him. So what's the big deal? Well, he made another video called I Got Hate for Liking a Game, which is in response to people that apparently attacked him for liking the game instead of hating on it. And after checking the comments on his Flintlock review, yeah, I can see why Death is upset. Albeit I personally would not have cared this much to make another video talking about it, but people respond differently, so whatever. So after Death made this video responding to the hate comments on his Flintlock review, Death's former friend named Celtic Reviews left a comment on there with the following message. Honestly, the hate is awful, but for some reason it depends on the game I noticed. Like when you make your Baldur's Gate 3 review, barely anyone goes after you at all, but when you went after AEW, what is AEW? Hold on real quick. Oh, it's All Elite Wrestling. Okay. But when you went after All Elite Wrestling, the gates of hate opened, but Death, just because someone disagrees doesn't make them a sheep. They have the games they like, and you have the games you like. For instance, just because I called Baldur's Gate 3, a critically acclaimed game, a masterpiece, doesn't make me a sheep. Is my opinion the same as everyone else's? Yes. However, it is also my own opinion, and the same goes for Suicide Squad. I thought the game was a horrible repetitive looter shooter with no new original ideas, and while my opinion is the same as the majority, it doesn't make me a sheep. These people that attack you are called terminally online, man. A sheep is someone who blindly agrees, man, and here's the thing. People will like what they like, but sitting here saying fuck Elden Ring and fuck Baldur's Gate 3 is just not okay. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean everyone else has to, quote, open their minds. And to answer your question, yes, if Baldur's Gate 3 got a 4 out of 10, I would still play it and enjoy it. Now, before I say anything about Celtic Reviews and what he said here, let's go ahead and see what Death responded with. Death followed up with, "Why are you twisting my words, homie? I never said if you disagree with me, then you're a sheep. I'm saying if you show hate because I love a game you don't like, and you're especially doing it because I'm going against the popular opinion, then you're a sheep. I'm not saying if you love games like Baldur's Gate 3 alone, then you're a sheep. I'm strictly using that as an example for people going along with the popular opinion. If you love Baldur's Gate 3, that's fine, but if you love every single game that's universally loved, including Baldur's Gate 3, and hate every game that's universally hated, then yeah, you're a sheep. Plus, I love how you admitted it by saying, is my opinion the same as everyone else's? Yes. Then you try to sweep it under the rug, but you loving Baldur's Gate 3 or even Elden Ring alone is fine. I'm talking about people that only love games that are universally loved and hate games that are universally hated. Same thing with Suicide Squad. Hating that game alone is not a sheep activity, but hating every game that's universally hated, including Suicide Squad, is a sheep move. Like Starfield, The Last of Us Part 2, Saints Row 2022, Flintlock, etc. Seeing you are taking what I'm saying out of context, you're acting like I'm talking about you loving a specific game when I clearly said in the video those were examples. Yes, these people are sheep. They are blindly agreeing with everyone that Flintlock is trash and are forming an echo chamber to attack me, and are starting to hate Flintlock because of reviews and because it's the popular opinion, so, yeah, sounds like sheep activity to me. Me saying fuck Elden Ring and fuck Baldur's Gate is not okay. It's my channel, and I personally hate those games. Like, how you're allowed to say fuck Atelier Ryza 3, but I wouldn't care because it's your channel, right? Just an example. Also, once again, I'm saying open your minds to the people that will love Elden Ring because everyone else does, and same with Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom, Tekken, FF7, so on and so forth. Loving these games alone doesn't make you a sheep, but loving every single game that's universally loved and going off the popular opinion is being a sheep, and okay. So you'll still play Baldur's Gate even if it has a bad review score. Good for you. Why are you acting like I'm attacking you personally? But anyway, you just twisted my words, bro. Chill out. Now, if none of that word salad made any sense to you, here's my name is Death translation. Death feels like Celtic Reviews twisted what he said, and he clarified on why apparently liking a game that's universally liked makes you a sheep. The rest of the comment doesn't really matter because it's either Death repeating himself or it's just something they discussed that I don't care to address. The main thing that I want to tackle is Death calling people a sheep because they share a lot of popular opinions. I don't think Death understands that by using games like Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring as examples to his point, he's kind of shooting himself in the foot because he's just proving Celtic Reviews right. Elden Ring is universally acclaimed. Baldur's Gate is universally acclaimed. Tears of the Kingdom is universally acclaimed. Final Fantasy VII is universally acclaimed. So if a person ended up liking all of these games combined, Death would call them a sheep because liking those games is the popular opinion. He tries elaborating that if you only like one or two of these games, that doesn't make you a sheep. But that kind of doesn't make sense. You are calling out these people as an echo chamber because they like games that you don't, and you think they are only doing this because it's the popular opinion. So basically, my main takeaway is that Celtic Reviews is right, and you are overreacting, which ended up being correct because Death would make another community post later down the line. Once again, landed in some drama for minding my own business and defending myself. Now I know who the real homies are. Chill people went extinct. Remember, defending yourself equals you can't take criticism. I decided to chime in when I saw this post because obviously I thought Death was overreacting. Mind you, I saw Celtic Reviews' comment before I made this post in response. So all I said to Death was, Death, you're kinda stirring the pot with this one. Criticism does not equal drama. Naturally, Death saw this because him and I are friends. Believe it or not, we are subscribed to each other despite the fact we share vastly different opinions. But anyways, Death saw my post and decided to respond to both me and Celtic Reviews with the following post. Brother Near shared my post about Celtic Reviews without knowing the full context. I made a video calling people out for being a sheep and egotistical over me liking Flintlock, which I do all the time, responding to hate comments, so this is nothing new. And then Celtic came into my comments section and put words in my mouth and tried to twist my words into something I wasn't trying to say, and so I defended myself. God forbid I defend myself, because he legit tried to twist my words to make me look bad, and then he made a community post saying he was going to make a video about me saying I can't take criticism, and then I retaliated saying he's a hypocrite because he couldn't ignore my criticism. Rules for thee, but not for me. Then he goes on to make a short and badmouth me because how dare I defend myself from someone trying to put words in my mouth, and then I took it to Discord, which led to an argument because he's so focused on making this drama public and it didn't matter what I said. He was so focused on making the drama public, and we were just going back and forth while I was at work, by the way. And then I made the diss track to show his lies and hypocrisy. Now he's acting like he has some moral ground saying I can't take criticism when he's literally mad because I defended myself against him and he couldn't take my criticism, and plus when people criticize Call of Duty, he's there to start drama with them. So it's okay for him to defend Call of Duty, but it's wrong for me to defend myself, and all this started because he's mad over criticism that had nothing to do with him. Now since I'm covering this shit show, here's my response to Death's post. First of all, Death, no, you are wrong about me not knowing the full context. I made my shared post about you after I saw Celtic Reviews' comment. All Celtic Reviews did was criticize you for attacking people because they shared a popular opinion that you don't agree with, and you do this all the time on your channel. Sometimes, when you make a video saying that a game is trash, you also go after the fans of said game, which is not a good thing. And this is why sometimes people compare you to Young Defiant. And yes, I know you're not trying to be a Young Defiant clone, but when you do stuff like that, that's how you can come across. You can share your opinions online and you can defend yourself, that's fine. But when you attack people for sharing a popular opinion and you're mad that they attacked you back because you like a game that they don't, that's just called receiving your own medicine. It's like you always said, Death, if you don't want the smoke, don't ignite the fire. Now for my next point, saying that Celtic is a hypocrite because he criticized you and couldn't ignore your criticism is a bit stupid. You made your opinions public. You gave your reasonings on why you have that said opinion public. People have a right to criticize your points when you post them online. Celtic Reviews is not obligated to ignore your criticism, especially when it's aimed at him. This is not a rules for thee but not for me situation. It's literally just your common YouTube drama back and forth. For the last point on you bringing up Celtic Reviews, bringing up Call of Duty, I'm not entirely sure what he means by this. I looked up videos by Celtic Reviews talking about Call of Duty, and I don't see a single video where he's defending the game or starting drama over it. He's literally just reviewing all of the Call of Duty games he's played, so I may be missing some context that Death might have there. Regardless though, it's okay for him to defend Call of Duty, but it's wrong to defend myself? No, that's not what he said, nor is it what I'm saying. I said you were stirring the pot because I thought you were overreacting over criticism, because that's all Celtic Reviews did. He criticized you. Criticism does not equal drama. Also, apparently you cut ties with him as your friend? I'm sure he was hurt by that, because I would be. I don't want to lose friends just because they disagreed with me, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyways, I left a comment on his post as well, and we had a little back and forth. Is it such an insane concept to let the sheep enjoy what they like? Is it such an insane concept to let me enjoy what I like? I'm not saying you can't, but damn, go off, sis. Also, I never said that, homie. I wasn't saying if you enjoy a game, you're a sheep. I'm saying if you love every single game that's universally loved and you hate every single game that's universally hated, then you're a sheep. Especially when you throw hate at a person for going against the popular opinion. Please don't twist my words, homie. People can have their reasonings as to why a game that's universally acclaimed is good and why a game that's universally hated is bad. It's not just a blanket statement. They have reasons behind what they think about a game. Your friend even agrees with this sentiment, and they agreed that you shouldn't be getting hate for liking a game that's universally hated. The entire point is that just because someone likes a game like Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate doesn't mean they're a sheep, nor does it mean they only play it because it's popular. Don't refer to them as sheep, treat them how you want to be treated and let them enjoy what they like. No, Nier, you're missing my point. I'm not talking about people who simply love games that are popular. I'm talking about people who only go off of every popular opinion in gaming. They love games like Elden Ring, Doom Eternal, Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate, etc. as a whole, and they hate games like Suicide Squad, Starfield, The Last of Us Part 2, Resident Evil 3 as a whole. I'm not talking about people who simply love Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate. Those were just examples in my video. I'm talking about gamers who only go off of echo chambers. Okay, but regardless, that still applies because you are saying they are sheep if they love popular games and hate games that are considered bad when you could just let them enjoy what they want. It's not an echo chamber to simply share the same opinion. He said people are sheep if they only love games cause it's the popular opinion and hate games just cause gaming media hates it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. He literally just said, I'm not talking about people who simply love games that are popular. Are people sheep because they love popular games or not? Hold on, bro. Let me lay it down for you, alright? This is for the homie Sogo as well, alright? Just so there won't be any confusion. I'm not talking about people who simply love games cause they're popular. If you love Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate because of their popularity, that's fine. My argument is people who only go off of every single popular opinion. Like I said before, as a whole. Let me repeat that. As a whole. You love games like Elden Ring, Doom Eternal, Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom, and you hate games like Suicide Squad, Flintlock, Starfield because it's the popular thing to do and you want an echo chamber. That's who I'm talking about, but simply loving Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate just cause it's popular, nah man. I respect you, Nier, and I love the homie Sogo, so I don't want to see you guys argue, so I'm clearing it up, bruh. So, this entire conversation kind of just flabbergasted me because his clarification makes zero sense. Like, I'm just trying to picture it in my head. His entire point is if you love all of these games, you're a sheep because it's the popular opinion. But if your reasoning is that it's popular, you're not a sheep. But if you also hate all of these games because it's the popular opinion, then you're a sheep. But if you only like these few games, you're not a sheep. So like, what is your point? I'm really trying to understand, Death, but you're really making it hard. It makes no sense. This is all stemming from Celtic Reviews, by the way, because Death got criticized by him. I'm trying to be charitable here. I'm really trying to understand what he's trying to say, but he keeps giving me mixed signals, and it's like, ugh. Now, I mentioned earlier that Death made a video, and before I say anything about it, let me watch it real quick. Okay, so I'm like 10 minutes into his video, and for the most part, he kind of just repeated himself on his explanation on why he thinks those people are a sheep. I mean, he did say that it's a sheep mentality to attack him over liking a game that's universally hated, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're sheep over that. It's more like they're terminally online retards that can't cope with the fact that you appreciate a game that they don't personally like. He still kind of words it really weird because, again, he uses games like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate as examples to people being sheep or not, and if you're using those games as examples, you're kind of proving Celtic's point that you're only going against the popular opinion for the sake of going against the popular opinion. Also, anytime he said that Celtic wasn't a real homie of his, I couldn't help but laugh because it really isn't that big of a deal that a friend of yours criticized you for how you acted. He also had this weird analogy with Spider-Man 2 that I thought was kind of just a false equivalency. He compared his situation with Celtic to how Spider-Man 2 I guess requires a lot of effort and time to master and you'd need to be like jobless or something to do that? I don't fucking know. He's rambling. Look, the bottom line is, I stand by what I said, and I think Death is overreacting. To a degree, I guess you could say that Celtic Reviews is overreacting as well, but at least with him, he has valid reasonings to make a video about it up to this point. Because you've made a diss track on him to antagonize him, and also made a video addressing the situation, so I'm willing to hear his side of the story. I don't hate Death, let me make that clear. I'm making this video to say my opinion on the matter, and I don't want drama either. I'm actually kind of shocked that Death and Celtic Reviews started beefing because I always saw them hanging out with each other whenever Death was streaming. For the most part, I completely understand where Celtic Reviews is coming from, but that doesn't mean I hate Death or anything. I just think the way he handled this is a bit stupid. Anyways, that's my say on the matter, and I'm gonna go ahead and update you guys on the mythical drama on the main channel, so stay tuned for that. I will see you all later in the next video.